Hi guys, how's it going? I hope you are having a great day. Welcome to the second episode of UI and UX design series, and today we'll be designing this landing page and we'll be using Materialize CSS and React JS. Again, the source code will be available for free. I'll add the GitHub link in the description, so feel free to check that out. But for the graphics, if you guys have your own graphics, then feel free to use that. But if you guys need my graphics, you guys have to purchase that, and I'll add the Fiverr link in the description as well. This is the Libro, the landing page we'll be designing today, and this is the navbar with a login and join now button. Then we have a header section with a call to action, and here we have a model. As you can see, the offer is coming soon. Thanks for your concern. We are under development. So yeah, we have this model here, and then we have this connect yourself section and with a download app button. After that, we have a community and books, all the features of the application we have here. And once we are here, then we have this now connected. Here you can showcase the main 4 features, and after that we have a little form with the image and all of that, and a little footer and with my name, and yeah, pretty much basic things. And as you can see, we are using React here, and if I open this up here, this page is using the product build of React. So yeah, we are using React, and for the designing purpose we will be using Materialize CSS. So in case if I press Ctrl Shift I, it's a mobile responsive. So okay, yeah, so as you guys can see, it's a mobile responsive, and we also have this sidebar, and yeah, it's looking great. So yeah, now if you guys want to follow along with me, so make sure you guys already have this Materialize CSS initialized in your project in the index.html. In case if you guys don't know how to add Materialize CSS in a React project, I do have a few separate video course about React and Materialize CSS. I'll add the link in the description, so feel free to check that out as well. Just add these 2 files in the index.html and you are ready to go. So let me know what you think about this design, and if you guys have any design and video suggestion for my YouTube channel, you guys can let me know in the comment section. And yeah, that's it. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the project we will be working on today, and as you guys can see, I'm on the React project, and I just created this project by using npx create React app and the name of the app, something that you want to go with. But I have already created this app, so I'm not going to do that again. So the installation process will take some time. So once you are done with the installation process, make sure you are installing the Materialize CSS package by using npm as well. And to install that, make sure you are typing npm install hyphen save, then Materialize CSS @next. Again, I'm not going to install it because I have already installed it, so make sure you are installing that as well. So once you are done with the installation, you will get all these files in your project directory. So I'll delete some of them because we don't need it, like this one, app.css. Also, I'll delete the test file. We don't need the logo file as well, so we'll delete it. So now I have this component folder with some components in it, like the about component, detail component. Again, you can get all these things from the GitHub repositories, so make sure you are checking out the GitHub repositories. Next, I'll come back here, but before that, let me just show you. This is the app.js, and this is where we will build up our project to render our project in the browser. And this is the index.css file, and I have already done with that because it will take some time, though I don't want to waste any time. So here is some media query and the card and input field, all the CSS I need, I have already written it here. So in case if you guys are looking for the CSS file, you guys can get it from my GitHub repositories. Again, it's all free, so make sure you are checking that out because you need it to follow along with me. Now if you take a look, I have an asset folder here as well, which contains all the image files I need for the project. And for the copyright issue, I can't just give you this file for free, but in case if you guys need it, you guys can get it from my Fiverr account. So yeah, we are all set up. We have this components folder here, we have the asset folder also here, and we have the CSS file and this app.js file. So we'll start our project right now. So let's start with the component, and first I'll work with the navbar component. So yeah, the navbar component will be a class component, RCC. So why we need this class component? Okay, so we need this class component because we have to use the lifecycle method in this file to work with our site name. So yeah, let's start this, and this is the div. We'll live with that, and next we'll have a navbar, and I'll give it a class name, and the class name will be nav and jed depth 0 course. After that, we will have another div, and which will be class name of nav wrapper, and then we will add all the logos and text, but that thing I will copy from my repository. So in case if you guys need that, you guys can get that from my GitHub repositories, and that's the link is already in the description, so check that out. And in case if you guys don't know about GitHub, I already have a GitHub course available in Udemy. I will add that link in the description as well, so you guys can check it out. So yeah, now let me just tell you what is this. So first we have a anchor tag, which is the text we are using here for the logo, the top logo. As you can see, this is the brand logo. Then we are using this UL tag, unordered list, for our navbar, which is where we have the login and join now. And again, if you see here, we have after the nav tag we have another UL and unordered list. That's the slide out and side name, and it's for the mobile nav. So yeah, we have a little layer, we have to delete it from here, we don't need it here. We don't need this div also, already have it. Now if I save this, I think it's a little more organized right now. Yep. So now here we need one more thing, that's the lifecycle method component did mount. And yeah, here I'll initialize the site name for mobile menu, and you can get this from Materialize documentation, it's already available there. Now I have to import the same here in the top, so let me just copy that from my repository again. So yeah, so I think we are now kind of ready. So let's just import this app navbar here. So to import that, I will call import navbar from components navbar component. Yeah, now inside this class name app, we will output it here. So let's just type navbar. It's a self-closing tag, but we have to add component, and let's save this. Now as you can see, we have a little navbar here with this mobile menu icon. We have login and join now. This is for the small device or medium device, but if I make it a little larger, and let me just make it visible to you, and as you can see, we have this join now and login and this logo in the desktop view as well. So yeah, it's kind of great. So this color and the design is for the CSS I have already added previously, and make sure you are checking out that CSS file. You can take all that code for free from the GitHub repository, so yeah, feel free to visit it. So now let's work with the header section, and again it will be a class component because we need to use the model here, so we have to use lifecycle method. So RCC class component, great. Now this division will have class name of row. So yeah, then here another div, and that will be class name of column S6. Sorry, it's 12 and M6. I'll just copy it twice because we need two these types of div. One is for the image, another one is for the headings and paragraphs and all, button. So here we'll give it an image. Also the image will have a class name. The class name will be responsive image. It's a self-closing tag, so make sure you are closing that because we are using React and these are all JSX syntax, it's not HTML. So I think I wrote it properly. Responsive image, yeah, great. So here we will add all these headings and buttons, but I'll just copy that from my repositories because I'm not going to write all that thing. Yeah, these are all the headings. As you can see, these are the H4 tag. Here is a H1 with logo, the actual name of the project. Then we have this little paragraph, and we have another tag, text here with a H6 tag, and a little paragraph again, and a book, then a button with the get free book. And it's actually using the data target model 1. As you can see, it's using a model actually, which is using H shape of get. So we have to create a model. Actually we have to initialize it. So let's just initialize the model again. Okay, let's just first create the model, then we will initialize the model. So we will create our model here. Let's paste it, and I think yeah, it's okay. And here we have this reference to the model. Then we have the content of the model and the footer. It's a little coming soon tag. So let me just save this, and it will be more organized, so it will be easy for you to see. So as you can see, we have all the text and some little button and close button, all of that. These are normal things. Then we have to use the lifecycle method component did mount to actually initialize the model. So let's just initialize the model. Again, I'll just paste it. It's already available in the Materialize documentation. You can get it from here, but we have to import the aim here. So I have to import it also. And I'll also import the Materialize CSS here also. As you can see, we have two import. One is aim from Materialize CSS, another one is the Materialize CSS file. So yeah, let's save this, and it's kind of ready. So let me just add that to the app.js. I will have, but for that we have to import it here. Okay, I think I made a mistake over here. It was a very bad mistake. So import, it will be header component, and it will come from component/header component. Great, and we'll add it here. It will be a self-closing tag, and if I save this now, I should see this in the browser. And yep, we have it, but we have a little problem with the image here, so let me just fix the image. I think I just forgot to import the image, and yep, I have to import the image here as well. So let me just import it. We have to import the image here to see this. The image is already available here, right? Okay, no, we forgot to give the source here. That was very bad. It will be BG, and let's save this. Let's see if it's available now. And here is the image. As you can see, we have a little navbar, and after the navbar we have this image with this button, and it has a little model here. As you can see, it's saying the offer is coming soon, thanks for your concern, but we are under development. You can close it by clicking here, or you can just click anywhere, it will get closed. Also, we have this find your libro, and that little text, and also a h1 tag for this logo, and a paragraph and all. So these are pretty much basic things we just wrote here, and these are all available on the GitHub repository. So yeah, you can check it out. So next we'll be working on this detail component, and it will be a functional component. And first it will be a div there. It's okay. Then we'll call it div, and this class name will be container. And after that container, we'll give it a row. So let me just put class name of row. Then again we will have a div with class name col s12 m6. So we'll be using one more of it, so let's just copy and paste it. Yeah, now the first one for here, we will be give it some text and paragraph. So let me just copy all this text and paragraph. So here we have all the headings, paragraph, and the button. If I save this, it will make it a little organized, and yeah, you can see this one paragraph, one h2 tag with a little heading, and then a button for downloading app, which is taking you to the Play Store. So yeah, you can add your app link if you have any application. So for the next one, we'll be using an image. So let me just type img, and the class name will be responsive image, and the source, well, we have to add that. So let's just close it, but before add we have to import that image here. Now after importing the image, we have to add this detail here. So now we'll import this in the app.js file, and it's a detail component. Again, don't judge me for the naming convention. I know these are not really great convention, but yeah, we have to live with that. So detail component. Next we add it here as well. So now we should see this on the browser if it's working properly. Yeah, we have this little image with application, and we have a download app button which is taking you to the Play Store, and we have connected yourself and all the paragraphs and all. So next we have to work with the icon component. So let's just work with the icon component again. Just you can judge me for this naming conventions. I know these are not all great, so yeah, but yeah, we have to live with, I have to live with that. So yeah, feel free to judge me. So let's just start working with the icon component. Again, it will be a functional component, so that's not going to be a problem, and it will be a class name of container. Then we'll be using a div with class name row, because we have to keep that in a row. These all class names are coming from the Materialize documentation, so you guys can always check out the Materialize documentation if you need any kind of help. So yeah, next we'll add this div here, and this div will have a class name of column s12 and m6. So we'll have 3 more of it. So yeah, we have now 4. So inside this we'll add all our text and images. So let me copy all this, and I'll paste it here. These are all having some images, and one image, one h5 tag, and a class name. Then we have a little h6 with a bold tag. So yeah, this is all the division. This 3 will be same, but the images will be different and text will be different. But let me just quickly copy this all. If you can see, the format is same, but the names are different. Let me just copy 2 more. Now as you can see, all the format for all these 4 division is same, but and we have all this column and container all, but we have to import this image in the top here. We have imported the a1 a2. Don't you can laugh at me for this naming conventions. I was not so much creative at the time, so yeah, we have this and we have imported it here. So let's save it and let's just import this in this app.js file. So we have to import the icon section, icon component. It's coming from component / icon component. Great. And then we'll add this here with a self-closing tag again. We'll save this. Now we should see it properly on the browser, so let's give it a try. And yes, we have all this. It's great. It's looking perfectly. So now we are done with the icon component. So next we will work with this about component. Where is it? It is. So yeah, again it will be a functional component because we don't have to use any lifecycle methods here. So yeah, now here the class name will be about, because we are using it to grab the CSS. And the one thing I'll be using here, it will be height on small. You can skip this part if you don't want to hide it on the small device, but I want to hide it on the small device. But you can perfectly but you can skip this. That's not gonna be a big deal. So here first we will have a row. But let's just create a div first. Class name of row. And once we are done with this, we'll be adding some text and paragraph here, but I'll just copy that because I'm not going to write it. I'm very much lazy right now. I don't know why. I just don't want to write it again. This is the reusability, you know. I'm just kidding, guys. Okay, so that's great. After this, we'll be adding some column. So with the class name, it will be call s12 and m3, and we'll have more 3 of it, I think. Yeah, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Yeah, great. So now I'll just add the text in it. So let me just copy that again, image and text. Yeah, add it here. And if I save this, as you can see, we have an image with the responsive image tag, and we have the h5 tag with a class name of font, and we have a paragraph with a class name of para, and we have a little bold text here. So let me just copy for all of this. So as you can see, the format is same for all of them. We have a image, we have some text here with a little paragraph and all. So yeah, the format is kind of the same. Now we are done with it, but we have to import this all image. So let me just copy that code also. So as you can see, we have just imported the files. We have the one as a 1.png, 2 as a 2.png, 3. Pretty accurate now. So yeah, that's looking great. So let's save it, and we have to import this as this app.js file. So let's just import it here first. Import about component. It's coming from component / about component. Great. Now we'll just add the self-closing tag inside here, and if I save this, it should work properly in the browser. Yeah, now connected, as you can see, but in the small device it will not show because we are using that tag here. So as you can see, we don't have it here, but if I make it less medium or large, you can see all this. It will get hide on the small screen. So yeah, so next we will work on this footer section, and that's totally coming from the Materialize documentation. They already have a great footer section in the websites, but I feel free to check that out. And let me just grab that footer section here. So here we have a functional component with we are importing React here. That's pretty much obvious. And then we have this left image and right image, but let me save this. So make it, yeah. So as you can see, we have this little text here. These are all in center. As you can see, this first 3 text is in the center, and one is heading, another one is paragraph, and the next one is h6 tag for information below. Next we have this responsive image for the left side, and then we have this card content where we have a little form to take user input like the email ID and all, username, and the newsletter, you can say whatever you want to go with, you can go with. Then we again have a little image here, as you can see in the right side of the page. So it's again it's using the small 12 and the large 4. Then at the end we have a little copyright. So yeah, pretty much obvious. You can just take it from the Materialize documentation and just modify it. It's pretty much easy, or you can just take it from my GitHub repository. These are all. Go whatever you want to go with, but let's just add it here. To add it, we'll have to import it first. So let's just import it here, and it's a footer component. I can write it properly. Yeah, it's coming from component. It's a footer. Yeah, close it, and then we'll be using this self-closing component tag, and it's was footer component. And let's save this. Now we should see this in the browser, so let's check it out. If we don't have any error, no, we have it here, but it's using, as you can see, it's using the screen 12 for the medium, but because we have this for the large screen. But if I change it, let me just show you it's quickly. If we use M4 instead of L4 here, and the left one, where is it? Here. Yeah, just change them to M medium 4. So now let's see how is it looking. And as you can see, it's looking perfectly fine. So we have two images in both sides, and we have a little form here. You can subscribe to the newsletter if you want. And we have this text, libro collection, and paragraph and all. And at the end, we have this copyright with name, my name here. So yeah, it's this is the design. Actually, we have the top header with a navbar, little navbar, and with a mobile friendly navbar. Then we have little app download section. You can call it call to action section, call to action button. You can say it's the call to action button, or this is the call to action button, whatever you want to say. Then we have this all the features of our applications. Then you can say something about your application here. Then we have this little form to take user input for any email ID or username, and at the end we have this little footer. So yeah, it's perfectly working. So this design is ready. It's the landing page designed with React, and if you see here, as you can see, this page is using the development build of React. So yeah, it's working perfectly. So this is a design we just completed in this video, and it's totally responsive. Feel free to check this out. And this design was inspired from this design. It's available on Dribble. So it's a Ojo website, though I'm not sure what's that, but yeah, it was inspired from this design, and I forgot to mention that at first. So yeah, in case if you guys have any suggestion for the tutorial series, let me know in the comment section. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you guys need this type of